My wife ignored me for 14 days straight, so on day 15, I left her flowers and a note, but they weren't what she expected. Let me take you back to the beginning. This all started over a stupid argument about money. I suggested very innocently, I thought that maybe my wife could work more than part-time instead of dumping $200 a month on skincare. Apparently, that crossed the line. She didn't yell, didn't fight, she just went silent. For the next 14 days, she acted like I didn't exist. At first, I thought she just needed time to cool off, but then I noticed the little thing. She'd make herself dinner and leave my dishes untouched. She'd wash her clothes, but mine, left wet in the washer until they reeked of mildew. She'd order expensive takeout, eat it right in front of me, and not even offer me a bite. And yet, when her friends called, suddenly, she was Miss Sunshine, laughing, chatting, living her best life. By day 5, it hit me. This wasn't about hurt feelings. This was a power play. She was training me like a dog, expecting me to break down and beg for forgiveness. But here's the thing, her plan backfired. I realized how peaceful my life was without her constant criticism. No comments about how I loaded the dishwasher wrong. No lectures about leaving my work boots by the door. No nagging about how noisy I was when I wanted to watch a game. The silence? It was a gift. So, I decided to play along, but on my terms. I pulled out my old guitar, something I hadn't touched in months, because she always complained about it. That's giving me a headache. Do you have to play the same song over and over? Are you even good at that? Well, if she was ignoring me, she couldn't complain now, could she? I set up in the living room and started playing. I was rusty as hell, but I felt alive again. The first time she heard me strumming, her footsteps froze upstairs. Then, bam! A bedroom door slammed so hard the house shook. I just smiled and kept playing. Over the next week, I took my life back. I rearranged the furniture so I could actually watch TV comfortably. I started cooking meals I liked instead of choking down her Pinterest experiment. One night, I grilled a steak, and I swear I caught her hovering in the kitchen, sniffing the air like she wanted some, but she wouldn't ask, because that would break her own game. Finally, on day 14, the cracks started to show. I was working on a tricky guitar solo, hitting all the wrong notes, starting over again and again. She was clanging dishes in the kitchen, getting more and more agitated until she finally snapped. Jesus Christ, are you sure you ever knew how to play that thing? It sounds like you're torturing a cat. The room went silent. She realized what she'd just done. I looked up at her calmly and said, "Oh, so you times can times hear me. Interesting." Her face turned beet red and she stormed upstairs. But in that moment, I knew. Even after 2 weeks of silence, her first words were designed to tear me down. That told me everything I needed to know. The next morning, I took a personal day, went to a divorce attorney, and had the papers drawn up. That evening, I wrote 2 notes. The first one, I left with a vase of white lilies on the kitchen table. Day 15. She came downstairs, saw the flowers, and read the note. "Thank you for the best 2 weeks of our marriage." At first, she smiled, thinking I was finally breaking. "You think this is funny?" she snapped. I looked at her and said, "Oh, so you remember how to talk? This isn't a joke. These really times have been the best 2 weeks of our marriage. No fighting, no criticism, no walking on eggshells. For the first time in months, I could just exist." Then I handed her the second envelope. Her hands shook as she opened it. Inside were the divorce papers and another note. "Now, let's make it the best year of my life," she stammered. "This is insane over one argument." "This isn't about the argument," I said. "It's about what these 14 days taught me. You wanted to show me life without your attention. Mission accomplished." I liked it more than I ever imagined. I grabbed my guitar case and headed for the door. She called after me. "Where are you going?" "To work," I said. "When I come home tonight, I won't have to wonder what mood you'll be in or what new rules you've invented. Your silent treatment officially ends today. You can talk all you want now, just not to me." And that, my friends, was the beginning of the best year of my life. You can talk all you want now, just not to me. And that, my friends, was the beginning of the best year of my life. Your silent treatment officially ends today. You can talk all you want now, just not to me. And that, my friends, was the beginning of the best year of my life.